Have you ever interviewed one of your happy customers on social media before? If you haven't, you have to immediately, because this is an incredibly powerful way to get more exposure for what it is that you're selling or promoting, and to add a tremendous amount of credibility and authority to what it is that you're doing. And not to mention, if you do this right, it will help you to stir up a lot of business. So in this episode, I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly how to do this properly so that you stir up the business that you're looking for and you don't waste any time on social media. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 175. My name's Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. So last week on Tanya Aliza TV, I talked a lot about the before and after journey. And if you tuned in last week, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, what a demo post is you sharing with people how to use your product and what benefits they're gonna get from using it the way that they're supposed to use it. So you can get creative with this depending on whatever product or service you're selling. So something that I learned as far as marketing goes, and it's very important if you're marketing a product or a service, you gotta understand this. It's not about what your service is. It's basically what it does for people. Basically, the before and after journey is a journey that you have to take your potential customers on if they to get them to really see the value in what it is that you're promoting or selling or sharing. And so you want to kind of paint the picture as a marketer. You have to be really good at doing this. What is life like before your product or service? And then what is life like after your product or service, somebody using your product or service? So there's major benefits in what it is that you're selling or sharing or marketing, right? You have major benefits. So what are those benefits and how do you articulate them in a way where you can really paint the picture of somebody's before state, before using your product or service, and then after using your product and service? So you have to get really good at doing that. And the best way to get really good at doing that is understanding what benefits your actual product or service does for people. And then the best way to get that across, get that message across to your people, one of the best ways is interviewing people who have experienced the product or service. Now, I know what you might be thinking right now. You might be thinking, Tanya, I don't have anybody who's had this crazy, amazing result yet, maybe with my product or service. Now, I'm here to tell you that small wins matter. So do you need me to say it a little bit slower so you get it?
Small wins matter.
So why do small wins matter? They're typically more relatable and believable to your audience. So, you know, if you hear a really big embellished story or like, you know, fabricated, you know, big story, it almost seems like fabricated or whatever, right? And everybody's used to hearing like the big woo yeah, whatever. But if you have something that's relatable and like a small win for people and something that's relatable, right? Basically just relatable, people will take the whole thing a little bit more seriously. At least that's what I found. So this should be very encouraging for you to get a customer interviewed as a Facebook Live or something like that on your profile immediately after they have some sort of good experience. Maybe they just really love the taste of it. Maybe they just get a little bit more energy, or it helped them to feel a little bit more confident. Whatever the small thing is, get them on an interview on your Facebook profile. Do this in the form of a Facebook Live. It could be your business page, it could be your profile, it doesn't matter, wherever the most engagement is. And you want to broadcast their small win to the world, but you want to do this right. So the reason why you want to do this right is you want to get the most people viewing this interview, and then you want to have this interview structured in a way that there's a call to action for other people to reach out to you because they want to learn more about what it is that has created this amazing result with this person that you're interviewing, or this small result, but it was a small win with the person that you're interviewing, okay? So if you don't already have, we put something very cool together, okay? But if you don't already have this resource, this is going to help you immensely. It is my Facebook Live checklist. And you guys know in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that helps you to create results with fast. today, since we're talking about interviewing a customer, a happy customer on your Facebook Live, or it could even be Instagram Live now, it doesn't really matter, but a live broadcast, you need to know what to do before, during, and after you broadcast to get the most sales, right? So I've put together a Facebook Live checklist, and yes, you can interchangeably use this as a Instagram Live checklist as well, all right? But if you would like this checklist so that you don't miss any of the important structuring components of this to drive a lot of sales and business in your business, then go over to TanyaAliza.com/175. That will take you to the blog post. We'll leave a link for you in the description of where you're watching this video. It'll take you to my blog post, and then right below this video on the blog post, there'll be a big yellow button that you can click, and you can request access for free to my Facebook Live checklist. So you know exactly what to do before, during, and after that Facebook Live broadcast that you're doing the interview with, right? Interview on, and you get the most eyeballs, exposure, and people asking you about your business and creating those sales. Now I'm going to share with you 4 things here that you have to make sure that you do when you do this interview. So number 1, you have to prepare together. So ask your happy customer, hey, can you come out? Can we do a live broadcast? Can I interview you? And can you share with me what exactly this product or this service has been able to do for you? I want to hear about your positive experience, and so does everybody else. Can you help me? Would you mind doing that? And then you also want to prepare them to not mention the company name or the company products or the company name, right? So you don't want to talk about what the product name is. You can talk about what it does and the benefits, but don't say the name, because you're going to be using your call to action for people to reach out to you to learn more about exactly what it is, because you don't want people to go and Google or buy from somebody else. You want to control your eyeballs on this interview. So just do a little preparation, number 1, with your happy customer that you are bringing out and you are interviewing on your Facebook or Instagram Live. So number 2, ask them to share what life was like before and interview them. You don't necessarily have to let them do all the talking. You're going to be interviewing them. Just say, hey, what was life like before when you were trying to accomplish this? Okay, whatever that they were trying to accomplish that now your product or service is helping them with. And ask them to be vulnerable, right? Encourage them to be vulnerable if they're comfortable with it. Remember, being vulnerable is what really helps other people to relate. Maybe they had some skepticism. Tell them it's okay to share the skepticism, right? Because people might be skeptical like that person. They might be able to really relate to the experience. So really probe some questions in the interview that helps the viewers that are watching the live broadcast, the interview, understand what life was like before and relate to that. Maybe they're like, ooh, me too. I'm really feeling that as well. You're going to really get a lot of me too's there. Number 3, you want to ask them what life is like now, what life is like after. So probe those questions in their interview to ask them, what is life like now? And again, ask them to be vulnerable, ask them to be real, and, try to stay away from hypey, because people really can see through a lot of that hype. You want to stay away from hypey, just be real, and realness will get you the sales. They really will. Number 4, remember to have a call to action. We talk about this more in my Facebook Live checklist, but after the interview, you're going to maybe have people commenting like, what is this? What is it? Tell me more. Where can I find it? Where can I buy it? Or whatever. And you want to just say to everybody, hey, for those of you that are interested to learn more information on what it is that we're talking about today, drop me a comment, send me a message. I'd be happy to share some information with you, a coupon code, a promo code. Maybe you have that availability with what it is that you're doing. Maybe you don't. But allow people to reach out to you and make sure to have a call to action. If you don't tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. So you got to tell them what their next step is. Hey, for those of you that are watching this live broadcast right now and you'd like to learn more about what exactly this product is and how it can help specifically you, drop me a message, drop me a comment. I'm going to connect with you and I'd love to share with you more. So make sure that you have some sort of call to action. Don't just expect people to reach out to you. You have to tell them to reach out to you to learn more information, and make sure, please do not share the name of the company or the name of the products, because then you lose control over those people that might be interested and you want to hold that control. Now here's a little pro tip for those that really like this strategy. Put this on a very consistent schedule for you. Maybe you do this once a week with your customers. and you do one live broadcast a week, certain day, certain time, to condition your audience to be viewing these stories from you, right? It's a very, very, very powerful strategy. Maybe you do it once a month, but put it on your calendar as a consistent activity in your business to drum up and stir up more business with your current happy customers that you have, which are a powerful asset. So dive in and tap into that asset. And remember to pick up my free Facebook Live or Instagram Live checklist so you know exactly what to do before, during, and after you go live to get the most viewers and the most people reaching out to you and asking you more about your product, service, or business. You can pick that up over on the blog at tanyaaliza.com/175. Question of the week. Are you committed to immediately implementing this strategy in your business? If you are, let me know in the comment section below. And I even challenge you to let me know what day you are starting your first live broadcast interview with one of your customers. I'm excited to hear your commitment in the comment section below. So, did you get some value out of today's episode? I really, truly hope you did. Thanks for tuning in. If you know of anybody else that can use this information and would find it valuable, make sure to smash the share button. Get this out to your people, your teams. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and I will see you next week on TanyaAliza.com. And I will see you next week on Tanya Aliza TV. Thanks, Julian. Appreciate you.